Hey, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in to episode 46 of the Keep It Simple podcast, where my goal is to give you as much value as possible in 5 minutes or less every single day. So today I thought I'd touch on being busy versus being productive. And to the untrained eye, they'll seem like the same thing, but unfortunately they're not. And I realized today that I fell into the being busy category over the last week rather than being productive. So I look back over my week last week and what I needed to accomplish by Friday. And this is not work related, this is more personal related. And I realized that of the list of things I needed to do, I'd only completed about 50% of them. But when I look back at it, I was like, fuck, I had a really busy week, got a lot done. But then when you actually start looking at it and you're ticking off certain things, you realize that actually you've been busy, but you haven't actually been productive. So I was doing a lot of stuff that, looking back now, seemed important to a task or whatever, but in actual fact, it didn't really add up to a whole hell of a lot. And I think without tracking your week's progress, it'll be very difficult to realize when these kind of situations happen. And this is where a lot of us get trapped, where we're kind of doing things like that, where we think, oh yeah, we're flat out, we're really busy. But when you then look at the progress or against a plan, you realize that you've done a lot of shit that's irrelevant or that doesn't necessarily get you to where you want to be, but it makes you feel good. So, I just thought I would bring that up today and kind of chat you through why you need to start tracking your weeks and have planned activities for that week. And I mean, like, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. It's not like I went, oh yeah, I'm really going to self-sabotage myself this week and be busy doing shit that isn't necessarily that important. But at the same time, I guess it's a valuable learning curve. So just track your weeks. Make sure that whatever you're doing is actually adding value and is in line with a plan, rather than just winging it and then going, oh yeah, I had a busy week. But then you look back over the course of a year and you're like, oh my God, I was flat out this year, but what did I actually accomplish? And I've had years like that before, and that's why I started tracking my weeks. I think you could almost go down to a daily basis, but I think over the course of a day, I think that's a bit unrealistic, or a bit too like low level tracking, because like you're then stressing out over the smaller stuff. So like if I said, oh, I wanted to accomplish this by close of play today, but then work got in the way, now all of a sudden I've put myself under unnecessary pressure to say, oh well, I said that by close of play today on a Thursday I was going to have this done, and I haven't now done it, so now all of a sudden I need to stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning to accomplish it or whatever, and that's pretty much unnecessary. Whereas I think tracking on a weekly basis, you've then, by the time it's Thursday and you review your previous week, you can see that, oh hang on, I've missed a few deadlines here, or I'm in danger of missing a few deadlines, therefore I need to lift my game a little bit and catch up. Whereas I think on a monthly basis, you're then leaving it far too late and you're kind of risking then wasting an entire month. So I think weeks, or maybe even every 2 weeks, is probably a good way to go about it initially. But yeah, don't beat yourself up about it. It's like no one would know other than me that I missed deadlines for last week, because it's not like I broadcast them and it's just a case of me keeping myself accountable by writing down my goals and then kind of tracking them on a weekly basis. But yeah, there's no need to beat yourself up about it unless you're doing it regularly and you're not making any progress, but you're always really busy, then you're having a tough time. So I think it's just something that you should be aware of and be careful of, because it's very easy to be busy, but you're busy doing the wrong shit that doesn't get you to where you want to be. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Check us out on all the social media platforms. Give us some love and let us know your thoughts. It'll be good to hear from you guys. Please subscribe and all that good stuff. Just remember to keep it simple and you could be a day away. I'll catch you all again tomorrow. Cheers.